Good morning. Happy Monday and welcome to a daily plan with me. It is Monday, April 1st, and I am going to be planning out every day this week over the course of the week and sharing that process with you. So here's my weekly plan that I planned out last week. In one of my more recent weekly plan with me's, I talked a little bit about how I've been color coding. The yellow is personal/goals and the purple pink color is work. The boxes are scheduled things and then the dots are just to-do items. I had added a couple of things and then I actually changed my mind. I dye my own hair. I feel like I've mentioned that in plenty of videos and it is in desperate need of it, but the timing of some of the upcoming trips that we have, I just am gonna push it. I'm just gonna push it and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So let's go ahead and plan out today. I am still just planning in a notebook. So we are gonna go ahead and write Monday at the top here. It is a kind of rainy, dreary Monday, so I'm gonna use this pretty blue color. So a couple of things to start off with at the top, like the morning tasks that I want to prioritize and get done right away are my AM routine and getting my workout in. I have now started prioritizing workouts in my goals, like as part of my monthly goals. If you watched my April goals video, well, I guess my Q2 goals video and then my April goals video, you can hear more about what my actual goals are, but getting that done first thing in the morning is important. And then I think what I'm gonna do today, that's a little bit different than what I've done in the past, is kind of split out like home stuff, home, personal, they're all kind of the same to me, and then work to-dos. My mom hasn't quite let me know yet whether she wants to watch my daughter here at our house or have us go to her house. Either way is fine with me, but the kind of order in which I do these things and yeah, like time of day or whether I use some of the home stuff as breaks from work kind of depends on whose house we end up at. If I'm being honest, my office is kind of messy and I wouldn't mind going to my mom's and like having a change of scenery. So anyways, home things are these 3 things, and then there were 3 other things that I jotted down yesterday. So my weekly task, which is water the plants. There's a couple quarterly things that we do, not many. It's literally like swap out the loofahs and swap out the tops of our toothbrush heads. And then the one goal thing I have on for today is workout places. At least get that list started. That would be great. And that's a task I can do as a break from work, no matter what location I'm at. These 2 obviously are home specific. And then I need to make a reservation for family swim for when my dad is in town. And then we need to do the 7-month photos today of my little squish. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe she's 7 months. And then I need to swing by Target, hopefully on the way to or from my mom's. And then in terms of work things, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's actually one more thing that I did not get done last week. Oops. And then I made this plan with the very much intention that I was gonna get to it after I made this plan. This is why I don't plan my week until I'm done with all my work tasks. But some of these are really small. Like it's the first of the month, so paying my editor and transferring PayPal to my work bank account. The weekend recap. Let's do analytics because it's the first of the month. And then I'm trying to put these in the order that I want to actually do them. Communication routine, prep call. That's the community call for Wednesday. Content is the thing I didn't finish last week. And then the very last thing is edit the pod, which depending on how things go, like again, some of these are really short. So hopefully I can get to that last step and at least start editing the pod today and not have to push that to tomorrow. And then the only other thing in the evening is just I'm trying to decide where to put that. I guess just wherever, PM routine. Dinner, I guess, is kind of up in the air. I do have something that I could cook here at home, but if we end up at my mom's, and then she might cook dinner. I talked about that in a vlog recently. That is definitely one of the pros of going to my mom's house is that then she usually cooks dinner, and that's the best because if you've been around, I don't really love cooking. So that is the plan for this Monday. Not that different from the weekly plan, which is typical earlier in the week. I usually start to deviate from the weekly plan as we get later in the week. Good morning. It is Tuesday. Time to get today all planned out. Here is how yesterday finished up. It was both an awesome day. Like I feel like I got a lot of things done, but then I also lost steam at the end. It started to get really rainy and icky, and that has only carried into this morning. I also did not sleep well, so it is what it is, but here is how yesterday finished up. I did do my PM routine. I was not in the mood to edit the podcast. If you've been around for a while, I mean, I've been on YouTube. It'll be 6 years next month. Stay tuned because I have a fun giveaway planned for my 6-year YouTube anniversary. Anyways, I have always not enjoyed editing. And the day that I finally hired an editor for my YouTube videos was hands down one of the best days in my business ever. And then when my sister and I started the podcast, it's just for fun. It doesn't make any money. It is just for fun. And so we're obviously not outsourcing the editing. And so I have taken over because I have the experience and the software, etc. And I just hate it. I don't like it. I don't like editing. So anyways, I definitely put it off and did some other work instead. So I still worked the same total number of hours that I had originally planned for yesterday. I just worked on different stuff. So hopefully that will mean that I can get that done today without having to work any additional time. But we'll see, because I'm definitely moving slowly today with the weather. Also, I did the laundry yesterday, and I actually did more than I typically do, and so it has not been put away. It is what it is. So let's go ahead and start with writing the day at the top. And then very similar to yesterday, we're gonna start the day with the AM routine. My AM routine. I did a video about my AM routine last month, by the way, if you did not catch that. If you want to see more of what my AM routine entails, and then get my workout in. I'm not gonna try to get the laundry folded before work today. I wanna get straight into the work stuff, but the one thing I do wanna kick off is starting Rosie, which is the name of our Roomba, get her going for the day. That's my weekly task for the day. And then we will jump into the work stuff. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 5 work things that I would like to get to today. One is really finishing the content. I did some of it yesterday, but there's one more video I haven't finished. So getting that done. And then my communication routine, then finish planning the bonus, which I started yesterday, and then emails for the bonus, and then edit the pod. I probably should have put that more towards the top, but really, again, given the plan for today, getting all that done is pretty reasonable. And then the evening is get the laundry away and get some stuff printed. I guess let me draw an arrow. It's just not, I didn't put it at the top of the day. Sometimes I put the household stuff like more towards the top of the day, and sometimes I put it towards the end. And like I mentioned yesterday, either use it as a break while I'm working or do it towards the end. That is one thing that I am trying to do a little bit more of to, I think, work more with my energy levels. Last month in the community, which actually by the time you're watching this video was 2 months ago, the topic of the month was energy and working with your energy. I've always known that I was a morning person. And so I'm like, let me get all the things done in the morning. But things like folding the laundry or printing out some goal pages doesn't take a lot of energy. I mean, it takes energy, but it's not the same as me getting my work stuff done. And so I need to stop procrastinating, putting off work stuff, whatever you want to call it, with household stuff, because I can do that stuff later in the day when my energy is lower. I can't edit the podcast later in the day when my energy stuff is lower. So anyways, I need to print out the workout calendar for the month and the photo tracker. And then my PM routine. And that is my plan for today. Hello, good morning. It is actually Thursday. I did not make a daily plan yesterday, and if that tells you at all how my day went, I didn't have a plan for the day. I have really been impacted by this weather. I typically am somebody who can kind of deal with the seasonality changes, but it's April, and the fact that there was snow, we had cold rain Monday and Tuesday, and then yesterday it was snow. It set me over the edge. But I finally feel like I'm coming out of it a little bit. Also, there may be baby sounds in the background because that's our life today. I have to thank the community last night who really encouraged me and inspired me to it took 6 songs of Hamilton, the first 6 songs, to get my office tidy last night, and that made me feel like I was in a much better place. So most of this stuff got done yesterday, even though I didn't make an actual plan. Okay, that's not true, Laken. A lot of this stuff didn't get done and had to get moved to today. Filming, this had to get moved to today. The recap had to get moved to today. We're not dealing with Costco in the snow. So Costco is now moved to Friday afternoon after gymnastics. And I actually took care of merch stuff earlier in the week. So we're kind of in a good place there. So what I did also last night, and of course now my camera is about to die. Okay, I know that by the time you're seeing this video, we are into May, but this first week of April is really throwing me for a loop. I was kind of looking forward to this like fresh start, new quarter, and it has just, I've gotten a lot done this week, but it has felt chaotic, and I've felt just, I don't even know, unsettled. Like it just hasn't felt, I am not probably explaining this well, but I'm trying to be a little bit more blunt and frank with how I'm feeling right now. So this was the end of Tuesday. Again, I got a lot of stuff done on Tuesday, despite the weather bringing me down. I still have not put away the laundry from that I washed on Monday. I feel like I've gotten in a good routine of washing clothes. Putting them away is a different story. And then I never printed that stuff that I wanted to print on Tuesday. And then again, here was the weekly plan. So one of the things that I needed to do last night to make me also feel ready to get up and tackle today was make a plan. I tidied my office and took a nice long shower, and I made a plan. So I did go ahead and plan out today last night, which is not how I normally tackle things. Normally I like to plan in the mornings when I know how I'm feeling for the day, but I needed a plan to go to bed and kind of have a good night's sleep last night. And waking up this morning, I feel good about the plan that I've made for today. So starting off with my AM routine and workout and getting that in. I originally on the weekly plan had the workout for yesterday. I feel okay moving it to today because I had originally thought when I set a goal this month to do 3 workouts a week, I was thinking Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, because Wednesdays I have to get ready for the live. But this week I have to get ready for the interview anyway. So I thought, let's just get the workout done on Wednesday earlier in the week. But of course that didn't happen. So getting to that first thing today as soon as she goes down for her first nap. Then I have some personal things and some work things that I would like to get to before this interview at 12. If I can get to any of them, awesome, but I have them up here in terms of priority, but I don't necessarily anticipate getting all of them done before this interview. As soon as the interview's over, I'm filming this bonus while I'm ready to go. That was supposed to happen yesterday, but it didn't. And then if I have time, while my mom is here helping me with Lila, I'm gonna edit that bonus. That was on the plan for today, but I was supposed to already have it filmed. So we'll see if I end up getting to that. And then the last work thing today is getting the week all planned out for next week, but I can't do that unless I get all the work things done. Otherwise, that's all gonna get pushed to tomorrow or the weekend, or truthfully, probably later today. I have time to get to it later today. Then we have swim class, and then my PM routine. Couple other little tasks that I need to get to today. I'm making a crock pot meal, and so I need to get that in at 2 p.m. It's one of those kind of like 3 to 4 hour meals, not like the whole day meals, and then some just other little things, including printing that I didn't do the other day. Wow. But overall, feeling good about the plan that I made for today. I had a good night's sleep, and let's get to it. Hello, it is still Thursday, but it is much later in the day. I simultaneously feel like I got a lot done today, but looking at this piece of paper, there are still a lot of things I didn't get done today, but I am tapped and I'm ready to go to bed. Actually, I already have my pajamas on. If you watched my quarterly favorites video from last quarter where I talked about my Costco jammies that I love. So what I decided to do is I'm actually going to wrap up this daily plan with me by planning out my weekend and then getting that uploaded for my editor. And some of these things that I didn't get to today are going to move to the weekend. We actually have a pretty busy weekend. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just make a plan on Fridays and then enjoy Saturday and Sunday. And then some weekends, like this one, I have a lot that I'm going to try to get to. Part of it is also being driven by the fact that we have company coming next week that arrive on Wednesday. And I would like to, as much as possible, not have to work while they're here and just be able to enjoy their company. It's my best friend from New York and her little one that I haven't met yet. He was born a month before Lila, and I'm just so excited. By the time this video goes up, that trip will have obviously already happened, but I just cannot wait. It was so fun to be pregnant at the same time. and have somebody going through it. And then it was also fun to have somebody going through postpartum, but it means when you don't live in the same place, you don't get to see each other and meet each other's new babies. And so anyways, sorry, now I'm going on a tangent. So I'm gonna make a plan for the weekend, and it's going to look like this. So I'm gonna do the days of the week on one side and a to-do list on the other side. That line is not quite straight, but oh well. I've done this layout so many times and I still have to count all of the lines to make sure that I don't forget how many lines there are. I know how many lines there are. Okay, well, that's not the best job I ever did, but I gave myself a little bit more space because it's not quite even for tomorrow because I know that there's more going on tomorrow. So we are going to start by writing the days of the week. So each box on the side here is going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the right side is going to be a to-do list. I'm not going to put too many to-dos on individual days because these boxes are more so I know everything else that we have going on. So tomorrow morning, my friend is coming over for breakfast. I think I mentioned this in another place, but we both still watch Grey's Anatomy, and so we've started this kind of tradition where she comes over on Friday mornings and her and Lila and I have breakfast together, and then when Lila goes down for her first nap, Brooke and I watch the Grey's Anatomy from the night before. And I was actually busy last Friday, so we didn't get to do it. And so we have 2 episodes to watch tomorrow. I'm also going to try to paint my nails, chipping, during Grey's Anatomy. And then at 12 p.m., we have gymnastics. And then my mom and I are gonna try to cram in some to-dos. After that, my mom is actually leaving to go on a trip next week as well. And she is gonna be, I almost just wrote nails, and that's not what I want here. This is why I cannot film and talk at the same time. Oh, you guys. We're gonna dye my hair tomorrow, and then we're also gonna go to Costco. My mom is going out of town as well for 2.5 weeks, so we've got lots of things to fit in. And then we have a date night. We have one of our sets of tickets for Broadway in Chicago. So that is tomorrow. Let me go ahead and draw a line here. And then on Saturday, we have nothing planned in the morning. Obviously, eventually, Lila's staying at my mom's tomorrow night, so eventually got to get her back to our house. And then at some point, my sister and I are going to record for our podcast. We decided for Saturday, and then we have a family dinner for my brother's birthday at 5. That's the only reservation we could get by the time they picked a place and figured it out. So my sister and I decided we were gonna record. I don't know if we're gonna do it before or after. I probably should confirm that with her, but at some point on Saturday, we're gonna record some podcast episodes. And then on Sunday, we have brunch with some of Sam's family. I told you it was a busy weekend. Who are in for a wedding. They are in town for a wedding, and so we are gonna have brunch with them on Sunday before they head to the airport. So these are the scheduled things that are going to happen on specific days. And then the things that need to get done over the course of the weekend, I'm debating if I wanna do this into categories as well. Well, I might just break it up into chunks without actually drawing lines. So one section is going to be kind of work stuff. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this here. The categories are kind of goals, work, and home stuff. Okay, let's put the work stuff at the top. I'd love to get to it tomorrow. I don't know where that's going to happen. So I would like to get this bonus edited. Again, in normal weeks, I wouldn't mind pushing tasks to just next week. Oh, I didn't get to it this week. That's fine. I'm just going to push it to next week. But because of company coming and my mom leaving also, it's not ideal. And then I have an email in my inbox from the merch team. And so I want to go ahead and put that down as a to-do list so I respond. And then this task actually doesn't have to happen. I had my interview today and she was like, you don't need to send me your bio yet. I'm not stressed. So that I'm actually going to move. Well, you know what? Let's go and write it down. Just one less thing I have to do next week if I can get to it this weekend. I'm thinking Saturday morning, actually, if my mom keeps Lila for a little bit longer, that I can maybe get up and get some work done before the evening festivities. And then also planning next week as part of this as well. I consider that a work task because I'm like planning out all of my work stuff. Okay, then I have like the goal related stuff. So I need to set, that's all the monthly stuff that is on this week, which I did a live last month. It was actually yesterday when I'm filming this, about all of my like monthly and weekly recurring tasks and how I kind of tackle them. So if you want more information on that, you can check out that video. I'll link it. And these are the monthly tasks that I have not gotten to yet. And then actually here is my weekly to-do list, which setting this up will go into planning out the week. This is how I've been setting this up. So these are the 3 things I just wrote down. I did this today. I did get my workout in, so yay for that. And then in terms of, so we have a plan for this, we have a plan for this. The Texas trip planning, that doesn't have to happen right this second. So the only other thing that's kind of like a goal related thing is the air fryer video. If I don't get to that, it's literally, it's not a big deal. Okay, so then I have the weekly stuff. We will see. I'm saying this out loud. I may wait to do some of this until like Monday or Tuesday. I'm writing it down, but I'm really debating like if I'm actually gonna do it this weekend or if I want it to be closer to when we have company coming. Okay, and then I actually have one more work to do thing that I'm gonna put here that is hiding under this sticky note. And then I am going to do, I have like kind of a couple more things. My nail appointment I would like to make. That's for like our trip in a couple of weeks, but I would like to get an appointment on the books. And then I have one other personal to-do thing that I've covered up here that I'm gonna write here. And then I think that's it. I say that's it. That's a lot of stuff for a weekend. I really do try to have the weekends be not so jam-packed, but this is just one of those weekends that I have a lot I need to get to. Some of the stuff is that stuff I didn't get to this week, and I don't wanna push to next week because it's next week is just a little bit of chaos. My mom's leaving for her very long trip. We have company coming to stay with us for a couple of days. And then my dad's actually coming over the weekend, but he doesn't stay with us because he's allergic to Charlie. But it's still like, next weekend is still also busy because my dad is here. So I'd like to take advantage of some of the space in my weekend, which is mostly just Saturday morning and Sunday afternoon, to get through some of these things. We'll see how it goes. But that is going to be the end of this daily plan with me, even though I skipped a day and then planned a whole weekend. But this is how my planning has looked this week. That is going to be it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every week focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. That was really awkward. Let me say that again. Will help, and then, nope, that's not what I meant to say.